meeting is being recorded.
Okay.
In attendance, we have Megan Metz, Scully Metz, William Meeker, and by phone we have Sarah Campbell. First item on the agenda tonight is the executive session. Executive session under question number 3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigation position of the public body and the chair so declares. Do I have a motion to move to executive session?
I'd like to make a motion to move to executive session.
I second.
I'll second, or she can second.
And Megan seconding.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry, we'll, any discussion before that?
No discussion.
Now we'll vote?
Nope.
Aye.
All right. Let's do a roll call just because Sarah is on the phone.
Okay.
Yep.
Sarah, aye.
Megan Metz, aye.
Scully, aye.
William Meeker, aye. All right, we will be in executive session for approximately half an hour, so we should be back about 5:20. So right now, we're gonna adjourn, and we'll reconvene at 5:20.
Okay.
Okay, we're upstairs. We're back. It is 6:07. Do I have a motion to reconvene the order of the meeting of the Conservation Commission?
I make the motion to reopen.
I will second it.
Discussion? None? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. On to the next order of business. We're going to approve meeting minutes. One item with the minutes was the motion to take the agenda out of order on 8:15 minutes. It was somewhat ambiguous on seconding and vote. The language is in the minutes. Did anybody get a chance to review that?
This one?
8:15.
Yeah, I got a chance to review it. I'm all set.
Okay.
There was one typo.
Okay, the typo was?
It was, the first, so on this page, page 2, it says, in this right here, it says, he would be present every month and do his due diligence. It should be D-O, not D-U-E. I know it's just a, do you want me to point it to you?
Oh, yeah, do, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good. So is that the only change that we want to see made with these?
That's
Yes.
the only thing I noticed.
Okay. So do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as amended
Motion to approve the minutes as amended.
of August 15th?
August 15th.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Should be all that we have, is that correct? Okay. And we have the... Do we actually have that?
Good, how are you?
I'm trying to... It was not in the mailbox. You guys just check your folders and see if that 139 Fiskdale Road amended order of conditions was in your folder by accident.
I don't have
So we don't have to have a meeting because we already approved that. What we'll do is, once we can get that from Chris, the all board's clerk, is we will have that available at the clerk's office. So as soon as that's available, I'll make sure that you guys know so you can come down and sign that.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay, so on to the next item. Weber Road, Town Fire Road, Culvert, Catch Basin discussion. Sarah, you said we're gonna table that?
Yeah, because, as we all know, maybe don't know, the highway superintendent got fired, so we can skip it
Okay,
for now.
okay, so that one's skipped for now. Same thing with Lake Road.
Yep.
Pure Sky, order of, conditions amendment. Is anyone here from Pure Sky?
I saw the amendment, and I'm okay with the third-party review.
Can you hear through the speakers, Sarah?
Yeah, now I can.
I don't think it's, no.
It should be working, but, okay, but everybody can hear otherwise. All right. So the, right now, so we have the amended order of conditions. I think the only hang-up was the review of the engineering plans. I do have a copy of that if you'd like to take a peek, but I think it's pretty much what we discussed.
Yeah.
It's the same.
And this is when Sarah went and looked at it, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
already have eye contact on it.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. We've already seen it.
Yeah.
I think the amendment is more rigorous than what was originally presented.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, any other comments? Anybody else have any comments, I should say?
No, like I said, I saw Scanlon's third-party review. He said it was okay. He's okay with the most recent updated plans too that the planning board approved. So I'll make a motion to approve the amendment.
I will second that motion.
Any discussion?
No discussion.
All right, all in favor, we'll do roll call here.
Megan Metz, aye.
Scully Metz, aye.
William Meeker, aye.
Sarah, aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
In terms of execution of the amendment,
Yeah. The clerk isn't here right now, so we don't have that form to sign off on. But we'll follow up with Chris DeFalco's his name.
Yeah.
And make sure that we can have that, and we'll sign off on that for you. Does that work?
that does. Corey, you okay with that? Okay, very good. We got our point on the phone. All right.
Thank you for your patience, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you very
coming
much.
down.
Really appreciate it.
Good luck, good luck. Next order of business on the agenda, fall conference discussion. So the fall conference is in October. I think in the interest of time, we're not gonna beleaguer this too much. But again, I think we've all made a commitment to be up to speed with current education and to do all that we can to at least take the fundamentals courses, 101 through 105. With that in mind, I think the big discussion is how we're gonna pay for it. And I want to open up to the commission to just discuss that briefly.
Now, so are those classes only at the fall conference? I thought some of them were online.
Some of them are. Would anybody like to attend the fall conference? in person?
Unfortunately,
That
it
is
is the
parents.
weekend that we already have planned.
Yeah, I'll attend. And as far as I know, I think Lori, the accountant, approves the classes to come out of the wetlands protection account. But I would ask her and double check with her before we go or put in an invoice or whatever to make sure that it is covered.
Okay.
I think there's a couple thousand in the account.
So pending her approval, should we take a vote on this to approve a certain amount of funding, or?
Yeah, what do we think the estimated amount would be? Are we talking about 300?
I think it's okay. So I think it's $65 a class for members per person.
And how many classes do you think you'd want to take,
We're
Sarah?
talking, well, we're talking about
Well,
all
so
of
I've
us.
already taken. So the fall conference I think is $65. I'll go to the fall conference, but I've already taken 101, 102, and 103. So I just have 2 classes left.
We haven't taken any.
All right, so let's approve, let's say up to $300. Does that sound fair?
per
Yeah.
person?
Up to 300 per, yeah, per person if
Per,
you guys are.
per
gonna do it.
person?
Yes. Do I have a motion?
Yes, I think, make a motion for $300 per member of the commission to pay, to take the classes.
Mass Association Conservation Commission fundamentals classes?
Yep, MACC.
Okay.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
None.
Roll call vote.
Megan Metz, aye.
Scully Metz, aye.
William Meeker, aye.
Sarah?
Sarah, you
Oh,
get to
Sarah,
vote.
aye, sorry.
Yep,
Passes unanimously. All right, next item would be request for determination of applicability policy decision. Do we actually have that policy here with us today?
I don't think so. I don't think Chris gave it to us.
I
This
think,
is the one that's through Wetland Protection Act, right?
yeah, I think that's working within what we have from Spencer, a similar policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still working. I think Chris has the latest updated version, but I don't know. So we
Let's-
can skip over it if we want.
Yeah, let's table that till the next meeting, if everybody's okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
I don't
I'm
believe
fine with that.
We don't need a vote on that, so.
okay.
Financials, if we look here, just looking for postage
Reimbursement for postage.
And this is related to filing the enforcement order.
Yeah, it's like $8 and something cents. I have the actual receipt with me, so I will give it to Chris so that he can, if you submit or if the board approves, then I'll give the receipt to Chris so that way he can submit it with the
So
accounts payable.
it's $8.73. I don't know if you need to do that. I can definitely sign off on that.
Yeah, I think Lori needs the receipt though
Okay.
for her to pay it, so I'll give it to her.
Okay, so the amount is $8.73 per postage. Do we have a motion to approve that?
Motion to approve the amount for postage
For Sarah Campbell.
for Sarah Campbell.
Reimburse. Yes.
Reimburse.
I second?
Seconds, Megan. Any discussion?
None.
Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Megan Metz, aye.
Scully Metz, aye.
William Meeker, aye.
Sarah, aye.
Passes unanimously. So we'll sign off on this one. Okay. All right, so I gotta make sure this gets back to Chris's box, mailbox. Okay, moving on to the last order of business would be open meeting law complaints. Christopher Kelleher. All right, so let's take care of the first one. Was withdrawal of the open meeting law complaint surrounding the late posting of minutes for July 22nd, 2024. So that one is withdrawn.
Okay, that's the first one?
Yes.
And we don't need to discuss it?
Nope,
No.
it's withdrawn. All right.
So our standard, this kind of came up through discussion, so the process is a little bit different, and it's kind of a learning curve for us right now. So within 14 business days, we need to discuss here, which can be extended if we have extenuating circumstances, like not having quorum.
Okay.
Yep.
And normally what the process is to email the Attorney General as well as the complainant with your response.
Okay.
And then the Attorney General will rule whether that's feasible or acceptable. So that's where we are with this. So what's gonna happen is once, so the previous complaints that we have, we'll kind of group them all together and send everything off to the complainant and the Attorney General at the same time,
Okay.
just to be dealt with it. Okay. So we'll move on to the different violations. Let's see my glasses, sorry. Very small print.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one, we'll talk about, A question of complaint around the open meeting law minutes on 6/11/2024. Does everybody see those? It starts this formal complaint addresses. Or do they all say that?
I think they all have the similar cover page, that's why I'm having a hard time.
This is the one where, oh, no, that's not one.
So is this the 0828 one?
This is 8/15, 08/15. And it discusses the minutes. So if you look at, you see that, Sarah, where you're at?
Sorry, I'm confused as to which one.
Yep,
Okay, so
I see
This is
it.
the August 15th one. So that first one is not the one that was,
So we're doing the August 15th.
we're doing the August 15th one.
Okay.
The September 5th one is the one that Kelleher withdrew.
Okay, all right.
All
I
right,
see.
so we're on the August 15th one.
Sure. So my contention is that there's no violation regarding the minutes, or even the execution enforcement order of question. So it's an enforcement order, and it requires ratification by the board, by the commission, rather. It's not anything that requires public hearing, so the call for public comment is not relevant to the matter. Furthermore, given that our commission does not have an agent, any one of us can bring forward an enforcement order. It just needs to be ratified, like I said before. Any discussion that we had around it, if we look at the minutes, was before the vote, which is standard procedure. So that's that. The one question is to the word "yet" within this enforcement order. I don't know if you guys saw that, but
Yes,
Did.
that wasn't in the
yeah,
minutes.
I'm not really sure exactly what that means because "yet" wasn't stated in the minutes. I don't know why it would be added. "Yet" was not expressly stated by anybody on the commission either. So I don't see the validity of adding that to the minutes. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I agree with you.
Did she say yet?
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
I did not say yet.
I think it's just a question of interpretation on somebody, so.
But our minutes aren't verbatim anyway, right?
Yeah, not 100%, but what I would say is if we're making these sorts of discussion in the future, what we can do is be a little bit more clear if we do intend that,
Okay.
although I don't believe that was the intention.
No, it was not.
I really think even if it was the case, either way you look at it, we do reserve the right. We can question any and all presentations before the commission. The Wetlands Protection Act, it gives us the right for third-party review of any work that's submitted, and it's really our duty to uphold the Wetlands Protection Act. I'd like to state that there's no misrepresentation nor there's any lack of transparency in creating the minutes in question. So that would be my response. Is that okay if I go ahead with that?
Yes.
I think that's perfect.
Sarah, anything you'd like to add?
No, nothing to add.
Okay, very good. All right, moving on to the next violation. This would be.
0828.
Or the August 15th one.
Let's go 0828 first. That's what I have right here, so. This one was regarding Americans with Disabilities Act and the Mass Open Meeting Law.
Was there any request for this?
Yes.
So there was a request, I think the biggest concern, and I think it's been discussed, was confusion because the request had been made to multiple boards. But at the end of the day, the request was granted. We did have virtual participation available. So the points that I want to make in this response is that there was no public hearing schedule. There was no public comment item on the agenda. Therefore, there was really no need for public comment here. Any comments from the attendees who were there were directly related to the projects before the commission, and they were only arising from questions that we had as members. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Yes.
Sarah?
Yep.
There is a portion where it said the complainant did attempt to speak. Unfortunately, the complaint was out of order. He was not recognized, and furthermore, at that point, a motion was on the floor to adjourn. So that kind of addresses that. There's something in here that explains a debate on character. I don't remember any debate on character. I reviewed the minutes. I don't see any debate on character, so I'm not sure exactly what that refers to. We did review the complaints brought forward, and, as was our responsibility. I don't see where any retaliation or unprofessional remarks or violation of rights were made as stated in the complaint. But what the commission would do is invite any further elaboration with regards to these allegations to be submitted in writing. That we definitely would entertain that. And again, if in fact we did infringe anyone's rights or come close to that, I would like to know so we can make sure that we don't do that in the future.
Yep. Sounds reasonable.
And I definitely believe that as a commission, we're committed to complying with open meeting laws and ADA regulations and trying to learn and get better as we move along. And definitely that feedback that we get is definitely appreciated. So anything else we want to include in this response?
That covers it.
Sarah? Sarah, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm all set.
Okay, great. Okay, now, third and final here. Okay, this was,
Regards to the executive session.
yeah, regards to the executive session, this is a really, I think it's kind of cut and dry. First and foremost, the discussions within executive session are privileged.
Yep.
And they're confidential. So we can't discuss it, and there's nothing directly related to Mass General Law that states that we do need to state the specifics over why we need to discuss any litigation or strategy. And in fact, I think even more so, sometimes disclosure of any of those specifics can actually hinder specifics of strategy. So that's why we don't want to follow those directions of getting too specific. In speaking with counsel, furthermore, it's not a requirement of Mass General Law. I think the other point within this is supposition to the content of executive session. I think we have to kind of disregard all of that because it's not public knowledge what the executive session may or may not have included. I'm not sure, I think the commission really isn't sure which rights the complainant feels were violated. But I do believe that we make every effort to accommodate all individuals, and I personally encourage participation in town government as appropriate. Again, I encourage any response for elaboration on this particular subject via written correspondence. And that would be kind of the whole of that response to that, unless you see something else that we should add to that.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, so with that, is everybody okay with me responding to these?
Yes.
I am.
All right, so let's just make it official. And does anybody have a motion to have William Meeker, Chair of Conservation Commission, handle the response to the AG and to the complainant?
I make a motion to have Bill handle all these complaints
To the AG.
to the AG
And the respondent.
in response
And the complainant.
and the complaint.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Oh, Sarah second.
Sarah Campbell, second. Discussion.
No discussion.
No discussion.
Did we ever, oh, shoot. With that in mind, let's have a vote, roll call vote.
Megan Metz, aye.
Scully Metz, aye.
William Meeker, aye.
Sarah, I.
Motion passes unanimously. Did we motion to reconvene after we came out executive?
I don't think we did.
Yeah, you did. We did.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay, just to make sure. We can't revet the minutes because we don't have a clerk here, so I just wanted to double check on that. So that's all we have before us right now. I don't think we have any other comments in place.
Do we want to do open comment or we're not?
No, it's not on the agenda, so we're not
Not on
going to
the
do any
agenda.
open,
Okay, so we're
no
not
open
going to.
comment, since there's no,
Okay,
it's not on the agenda.
so I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's closed.